First time going live. Right now it's just me and myself. My heart's racing a little bit. Hi. Just trying to get settled. Allow the energy to kind of, do the thing that it does. I'm also live on YouTube if you want to come join. Never been live on YouTube before. Currently, there's nobody in here, and I'm more than okay with that. Oh my gosh, hi friends. Hi friends. How are we doing? Can you guys hear me okay? Let me know if you can hear me. Lovely. This is so vulnerable and intimate. And you would think, as someone who has been a performer for how many of your years, that I would not be nervous, but I am. And that's okay. Part of why I'm arriving here today is because I'm currently working through some fears, some resistance to this next level that I've been calling in. And as a way to integrate the work that I've been doing, I wanted to reach out and make myself available. And make myself also available to rejection, make myself available to embarrassment. And, with that, I'm also opening myself up to being able to make an impact and being able to help you guys. So, yeah, my intention for this was to do an intuitive chat, an intuitive talk. I also definitely wanted to guide you all through meditation, through some somatic movement if it comes up. I don't really plan these types of things. I kind of just go with what I feel. But yeah, how are we feeling? How are we feeling? Hi, everyone. Thank you for coming in. I'm live on both YouTube and Instagram right now. So if you want to switch on over to my Instagram or my YouTube, whatever you want to do, feel free. How are we feeling today? How are we handling these energies? You guys can let me know. Like this is an exchange. I'm here to hear you all. I'm here to hold space. So let me know how you are. I'm curious. I'm curious. And I am having a great day. I'm good. I feel myself getting increasingly less nervous. When you first start a live, it's the nerve of like, oh my God, is anyone going to join? Oh my God, does anybody care? All those ego conversations that want to block you from expressing yourself and showing up in the world. And so for the people who have just joined on Instagram, I was telling the people on YouTube that a big part of the reason why I'm putting myself out here in this way is to integrate some lessons I've been going through and teaching myself about allowing myself to take up space and also moving through resistance in order to embody my purpose, which is definitely requires presence. It definitely requires vulnerability. And one of the things I learned today was a magnet attracts and repels. Can you expand your capacity to experience rejection, to be repelling, to embrace no? And on the other side of that, can you expand your capacity to receive, and to be attractive? So that's something that I've been working through today. I want to know how you guys are. Hi, welcome in. We have 3 people on the live on Instagram. Oh no, make that 4, and 3 people on YouTube. How are you feeling? Hello to the aphotic zone. I don't know if I said that right. Hello, DJ Track, aka Drunk Poet. Hello, Duppy Drub. Hello, Larissa. Hello, Jack. Hello, I don't know how to pronounce that. Day Day Beloved, Da Beloved. King David Boehm. Hi, hello, hello. Hi, Molly. Hi, I am your father. You guys are very quiet in the chat. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Okay, I'm here to receive you. I just want you to know. And I invite you to drop into your body. That's a huge intention of why I'm here. I want to help you guys ground in these really, really, really intense energies that we're experiencing right now. But in order for me to help you guys, in order for me to help you guys, it's going to require some exchange of energy. It's going to require some presence, as much as you're open to and welcome. Hey, I can't stay, but just wanted to remind you how magical and beautiful you are and how life-changing your meditations. Oh, thank you so much. I think about that meditation or the session that I did at a festival in South Carolina. I think about that event a lot. It was actually my first workshop that I've ever hosted, and I'm being called into a lot more of that type of work, and it's very, very scary. But I just recently invested like a pretty decent amount of money into some somatic courses to prepare my nervous system to continue holding space in that way. So I so appreciate you for appreciating me, and it's all received. You're painting. Ooh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Hi, love you too. How are we feeling in our bodies today? How are our bodies feeling? Love you. Hi, nice to meet you too, Natalie. Thank you guys for tuning in. Oh my gosh, this is so fun. I'm glad I showed up today. How are we feeling? How are we feeling? As I was telling everybody else, it in order for this to be an equal exchange of energy, and in order for me to guide your energy, I will definitely need some openness on your end, even just if you go within yourself and you consent to an energetic exchange, always for your highest and best good, always with your well-being in mind, carrying only positive intentions. The more you show up, the more I can show up for you as well. So I really want to get us together, get our intentions together, so we can move forward into a nice guided meditation, releasing and I feel free. Releasing, and I feel free. I resonate with that so much. Wow, yeah. There's been a lot of releasing coming through, a lot of purging, and it feels like at least I in my personal life am reaching a precipice of change of okay, you've released as much you need to release, you've healed as much you need to heal to take those next steps, to take that initiative forward. And that's a very really exciting place, and also a very intimidating place to be, to not just because once you're free, it's like, wow, I can go anywhere, I can fly anywhere. And your mind sometimes definitely can be like, whoa, freedom? The limits are off? That's uncomfortable. That's uncomfortable. I'm feeling very grounded and relieved today. Things felt very heavy these past few months until I released some people and things from my life. I feel like I hit a reset button in my life, kind of. That's what I want to hear, okay? A reset button. Yes, I'm snapping just to confirm that energy, because yes, I love that. Wow. Yeah, I think in the collective, things have been extremely heavy recently. And I feel like it's pressure. It feels like a pressure to birth something new. That's kind of how it's coming through for me. And also, it's like when you glow up and when you grow and you reach these new levels of self, there's always another. It's spiral. It's cyclical. So there's always another level of depth and healing for you. So I hope you're holding so much grace and space for yourself in this time. I just want to speak protection over this on Instagram and YouTube, just speaking protection over all of you. I'm definitely feeling myself tapping into your energies now. I'd still love to know how you are, how we're feeling, what's been going on before I just start channeling. I honestly just want to offer collective channeling, collective guidance. So if you guys have any questions or anything that you're needing help with right now, we are under some very, very intense energies for anybody who's into astrology. Let me know if you want me to give you some astrology insight. I love talking about astrology. I guess I can talk about what I'm going through in my personal life, I definitely resonate with that release and expand. Um, for me, it feels like we are all being called into new levels of purpose, and there's usually a very deep rooted block, a deep rooted block, a deep rooted block. And but the good thing is we have the power to move through those. How are we feeling? How are we feeling? Yay! Okay, thank you guys for talking to me. Yes, I want to get close. I want to get comfortable with each other. Okay, like y'all don't really know me like that. You know what I'm saying? And we get to know each other. So let's see where we're at. Okay, so on YouTube we have the aphotic zone. Aphotic. I don't know. Can we talk about how it hurts to heal? It's funny you said protection because of the warfare that's been going on in my world. Yes, ma'am, you're definitely tapped in. Hello. I'm feeling nervous and excited because I finally get to interact with you. I've also been releasing a lot, and this is definitely a moment of reviving things more in line with my path. You look beautiful. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. I'm not feeling, oh wait, sorry, I gotta read these. I'm not feeling the best, kind of low energy, sad but no reason. Okay. I'm sorry to hear that. But also, I want to remind you, for those of you who are feeling low energy, yeah, we have someone on Instagram saying, been feeling low, but continuing to move forward. So I want to remind you that when you're going through upgrades, like the aphotic zone said about healing, 555, hello. When you're going through upgrades and when you're going through transformation, it really does take a toll on your body. And even me, on the Leo new moon, I had an extremely powerful day. And then the next day I was just like, girl, I'm tired. And even today, I really wanted to like get moving and I wanted to move forward on some things and, put some things in motion and tap into that masculine energy. And before I could do that, my inner voice was like, you need to get into the flow first before you worry about any of that. You need to get into your body first to see what it needs, because the heart and the soul, they're not prioritized as much as communicators in our day-to-day world. And you have to humble yourself and quiet yourself to hear that voice. And you have to slow down. And sometimes we get drained because we're not doing that. We're not taking that time to really receive the communication from within our body. And our ancestors knew the importance of our body. And this world, I just got chills. This world, when I was doing my meditation, doing my yoga, I felt so much like wanting to be communicated through my body. And even now I can feel so much energy coming through. And, it's a radical act to be in tune with your body in this day and age. It's a radical act. And it's also necessary for survival. Like I just need y'all to know it's necessary for survival. Okay. So yeah, take that time if you can to get into your body. You know, and that's kind of been a theme for me. Like even the work that I'm doing, like to prepare myself for my entrepreneurship journey, it's somatic work. It's body work. Hi, Jade. Oh my gosh. So yeah, if you can find time every day to go get outside and just really try to get into your body, and that's kind of what I wanted to. That's kind of what I wanted to provide for you guys today, was an opportunity to be led into your body. So let me know if that's something that you're interested in. All right, let me read these comments. When you're no longer allowing yourself to be delusional, reality is a lot to bear. Oh, listen. That's we could go down a whole, I almost said a bad word. We can go down a whole conversation about that, okay? Because look, when you ain't nothing the same, and it's exhausting. It's exhausting, especially when you can sense the amount of spiritual warfare, but not even just the spiritual warfare. Then you have also the trauma work and the shadow work, which is a huge part of the journey. And then you also have the things you're downloading, the things you're channeling. Oof, it is not for the weak. Okay. This journey was never for the weak. That's why I don't really like, I don't buy it when people are like, oh my God, like spirituality, like it's so butterflies and rainbows. Like to who? To who? Because not to me, girl. It is butterflies and rainbows sometimes, but that's only, the polarity and the balance of that shadow self. And right now, it's like I feel like there's almost no choice. Well, there's always a choice, but it kind of feels like the energies are so potent and so strong. You could try to ignore them and you can try to block yourself from them. But if you're already an empath, if you're already sensitive, it's like, look, we're too high up. We're too high up. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, listen. Okay. That's how I feel when I do conjure work. We're like crystals. We're powerful, but so gotta be charged. Amen. I literally went to see my friend, and my phone was on 1% when I left the house, right? And it died on the way. Story time, story time. I love a story time. It died on the way. She lives 40 minutes away from me, okay? And when I tell you my charger wasn't working, and then when I got to Target, finally I found the Target to go try to go get a charger, realized that my card was on lock because of like some fraud attempt. And so I couldn't get a charger. So I was like, what am I supposed to do? So I drive around, and I'm just driving around, and I'm just driving around. I'm just driving around. I'm starting to go crazy. It's been like an hour at this point. And I finally get to her house, and we were supposed to go somewhere. That thing wasn't even what it needed to be. And I was exhausted, and my phone was not charging. Girl, my phone was not charging. And I took it as a sign, like, you can't get where you're going, or it's gonna take a lot longer to get where you're trying to go if you're not charged. Okay? So that was that. Anyways, thank you, thank you. It's not really, I don't know if I would call it an afro, but she's getting somewhere. Okay, let's see. It's my hair is growing really fast. It used to be really short, but well, it was really, really long, and then it was really, really short, and now it's like in this really cute in between place. Okay. Very interested in what you have to say. I'm here for it. Period, period, period. That's why I have a theory that unhealed people are probably more at peace. Interesting. We could peace. I don't know if I'd use the word peace, because I feel like peace is a choice, and I feel like peace is a path to liberation, which is what my cat calendar says right there. It literally says the way of peace is the path of liberation. And if you're not, I feel like spirits who aren't doing the work or are avoiding the work, they sense the unrest. They just suppress the unrest. So I don't really think true peace can be achieved when you're suppressing the the work that you need to be doing. Because you can also find peace in the chaos and order out of the chaos, which is kind of the whole point, right? So let's see. Thank you for talking about my afro. You guys are so cute and sweet. Okay. Can't be unseen, right? It can't be unseen. And why would you want it to be, And I know why you would want it to be, but it's never worth it. Like walking through, walking through in an illusion. It's just not the vibes. Have I ever done, I don't know if I could say this word, but psychedelics. Yes. I'm gonna leave it at that. Not gonna give a story time about that. Maybe I can make that a separate video. Okay, so I know we had a question over here on Instagram. It said, "How would you describe your real authentic self?" Ooh, love. I know that sounds like predictable and corny, but I would say love. Love not just as like love as both unconditional acceptance and also as destruction. And yeah, that's separating the ego from it. That's looking at the self, the capital S self, not the who am I like to you from the physical perspective, looking at it from a deeper place. I would just say magic. I would say magic. Yeah, I would say magic. I would say darkness. I would say beauty. That's what I would say. Okay. I got some cards, y'all. I didn't even try. I wasn't even listen. Okay, should I read these questions? Should I read this question first? I'm gonna read this question first because I feel like it's connected. So, how do we unlock our superpowers and stay protected after Project 2025? Oh my gosh, listen. If y'all don't know about 2025, about Project 2025, oh, girl. To summarize it for the ones who don't know, okay, let me get some water because we're about to get into some deep. Okay, listen, take your water, take a pause, take some deep breaths. We're about to go deep. So just put your seatbelt on. I get really excited when I channel, and sometimes I can go really, really fast. But this is stuff that needs patience. So I'm gonna root down real quick. Okay. Woo. All right, let's get into it. Listen, my Instagram is Steady in Love, same as my YouTube. We cannot let okay. I'm gonna tell y'all an epiphany that I had the other day because with me, something that I come up at when every time I'm about to take some action towards something that will like change my life and make my life, more authentic and more whole and all these things, I get this insane fear, which is so generational and so like inherited. I got this insane fear that's like, what if it all falls apart? What if a war starts? What if something happens and everything is taken away from me? And you know what I thought to myself? I said, how could that ever be my reality if I'm taking every single action and every single step within myself to create the opposite experience? Let that sink in. Okay. Because I feel like we've gotten to the place where we know we're the creators, right? We know we create through our feelings. We know we create through what we see and imagine in our mind. And so when we're brought these things, what happens? We see it and we imagine it in our minds, in our hearts, and we feel stressed. We feel afraid. We feel, and we just go down the path and down a rabbit hole. And what does that create for you? That creates that reality for you. And when I found out about okay, this just flipped out. I really wanted to be seen. It says, I respect the property of others. This is the Amenti Oracle. Sorry, I'm going to show Instagram first. I'm going to show you next. I respect the property of others. It's the Amenti Oracle, which I've had for a long time. It's called Living with a Feather Heart, which is so applicable. So when I found out about Project 2025, I automatically went into this place of like, what do I do? Do I partake? Do I become an activist and la 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 and try to control what's happening around me and try to change everything from the outside? And then I went into my heart and it was like there's a third option. There's a third option between avoiding it and engaging in it. And that third option is not one that our mind creates. It's one that our heart creates. And so with this, I respect the property of others. I feel like this is letting other people do as they will, letting other people believe what they want, letting other people partake in whatever stories that they want to partake in. And it's really hard when the people around you are partaking in a conversation that is continuing to perpetuate the same stories that we're trying to diminish. Because the thing is, like, we have the power to create something like Project 2025 in a more aligned way. All they're doing is petitioning. All they're doing is writing things down and using their mind and their intention and their heka, their speech, their voice, to create a future for themselves that they want to see. But we don't have to take that on. You know what I mean? Like, you can't get lost. You can't get lost. You can't get lost. So when it comes to staying protected, do you believe you're protected? Do you imagine yourself to be protected? Do you set intentions for protection? Do you know? Do you trust? Do you believe that you're protected? Because if you don't, you just went down. And it's hard. It's hard when you have that heart where you just don't want to see that. You don't want to see it happen. You don't want to see horrible things happen to the world. But then you have to remember, like, there's always a polarity. And this is the thing. If you've been creating this reality for yourself, it has to manifest. There's no choice. It has to manifest regardless of what other people are doing. Because that they're not the creator of your life. Right? And so then that's when the surrender comes in. And then that's when you have to keep staying in your heart. If your heart told you, don't worry about it, keep moving, then don't worry about it and keep moving. That's where your power is, because your heart is the true knower, not your mind. Your mind is the navigator, your mind is the processor, all these things, but your heart is the true knower. And if your heart is telling you to focus on what you have been told to do, which isn't to stress and panic. When have you ever heard from your heart, I need to stress and panic? No. That's not the voice of God. That's not the peace of God. You need to be embracing the peace of God, and also remembering that the version of you that you are now, right now, is not the last version of you that you're ever going to be. So no matter what happens to you in this reality, you get to choose if you want to attach to that. You get to choose if you want to really believe, like, this is happening and this is definitive of my entire blah, blah, blah. It doesn't have to be. This can just be an experience that you're passing through because you're here to do something with it. You're here to make something of yourself with the experience that you're being given, that you're creating, by the way, that we're collectively creating. So when it comes to the aspects of our collective creation that we don't resonate with, we choose how much we feed into that. And we choose how much power we give. We choose if we let that steer us off course. Because my soul didn't tell me to worry. My soul told me it's going to be fine. Focus on creating your business. Focus on creating this. Focus on learning that. Focus on going to dance class. Like, And I can't, what happens is when we don't listen to that voice, we get knocked off course. And then we lose momentum of our journey. And if you have to trust that you're the creator, and you're not trained or taught to believe that. You're not taught to believe that. But that's when you have the authority over your life. Whether or not you decide, like, no, if I said I'm going to be safe, I'm going to be safe. And even if I'm not safe, I trust that if I'm hurt, I'm just in the next life or the next version or whatever's going to happen, I'm going to be bigger and better than I ever was before. Like, we have to remember, like, this earthly experience is an experience. It's not something to be attached to. It's not something to try with all of your might to defend and just that's like not that's not where we're at. That's not where we're at. But we do have to protect ourselves, our souls, what we're taking into our mind, what we're taking into our subconscious, what we're allowing to like feed off of us. What thought forms, what spirits of fear and anxiety we're allowing in. You have authority of that. You have authority. We are the creators. Every action is an affirmation. Thank you for healing and helping empower our true selves. Absolutely. 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 So I hope that you all received that. Can we just take a breath and breathe that in? Let's just ground that energy in. Just ground it in through that root, through the earth. Integrating whatever activations just were sparked. Okay. Jade says, I love that comment. So sweet. I can feel you're a sensitive soul. Have you fully embraced that side of yourself? I've had no choice but to. I've had no choice. Sometimes I do. I'm like, I sometimes don't fully realize how much I can try to, at least in the past, or sometimes out of habit, like I try to like limit. I have a lot of trauma when it comes to limiting my feelings and limiting my expression for the sake of like peace, for the sake of like not hurting other people. So sometimes that's something I'm still working through, is allowing myself to be fully feeling. Because I've embraced it, but to be able to share it, and it's a lot. It's a lot, but it's something that I'm embracing, especially with Leo energy. So, what do we say? I have two comments. I'm going to read this one first. Sometimes we listen to history and what we've been conditioned to do in certain circumstances too much. Sometimes intuitive messages can appear to be abstract, but very much so needed. I love you guys so much. And this is the thing. You know what we do? You know what we do during these times, y'all? We do this. We do this until I see y'all building schools, until I see y'all writing new systems and laws and governments. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't hear none of that, because as long as we keep we're playing into it. That's all we're doing. We've done it for years and years and years and years and years and years. So until we step into our power, which means I'm the creator of my life, I'm the creator of this and that. So, and they're also creators, and then we get together with a joint intention, girl. That's when change starts happening, and it's already happening. But if we can expand that change beyond just ourselves, our individual self, like capitalism, that's how capitalism and like the individualist society and imperialist culture and spirituality combine in this really not productive way, because we're only manifesting for ourselves. We're only creating for ourselves. I was in the shower the other day and I was like, I want an abundance that is not made manifest at the hands of someone else's suffering. You know? And if I want that, then where's the limit for me to like, who said I couldn't? Who said that every single thing that I ever attained couldn't be attained from love and by love and given to me by love? I'm not believing that in this reality. Even like with like finance stuff, I get so like anxious about like taking action towards financial stuff, because I'm like, well, what about the IRS and taxes, and I don't know, I'm too small. That doesn't have to be my experience with money if I don't want it to be. You can't just take what was given to you. Like, you know what I mean? You carve out who you're going to be. You carve it out. You see the world, and then you're saying, okay, with the way the world is, who am I? What am I? Because this is just a reflection of what you could be, what you could do, who you maybe used to be, what you did create in the past. But you don't have to do that again, right? You don't have to. Okay. And the wonderful comments are coming from YouTube, by the way. So what do you think your superpower would be? So I actually just had a dream recently. I love that question. I had a dream recently where like someone asked me the same question, and they were like, I was like, oh, talking to animals and healing people. But the thing is, I already do that. So it's like, but I also feel like I'm very connected to the ocean. And I've had dreams of me like swimming to the bottom of the ocean, like being able to breathe the entire way and like really just connected to the water. So I would definitely say healing animals and like water divination and like water work and water medicine. Um, us talking about it right now is causing a shift in the cosmos. Yes, grateful to be a part of the shift. Absolutely, absolutely. So let's get into these cards, guys. This is a wonderful reminder with all of the shifts happening and steps I'm taking. Lovely. All right, let's see. So we have I embrace the all. Here's Instagram. And here's YouTube. Boop. I'm hungry. I'm hungry, guys. Okay, anyway. And we have I respect the property of others. Ooh. Girl, let me drink some water. I probably should have got a snack. I knew I should have got a snack. I stay hungry. Ooh, I had a good breakfast. Or it was like a lunch because I didn't eat until 2 because fasting. But anyway, what pain made you become the human being that you are now? Oh. We might have to make a separate video for that. I've been told by my spirit that I need to share my story more and like my past because a huge part of me, my life is shadow work and just like darkness and all that type of stuff. And girl, let me tell you, I had a start of that. I can give you a glimpse. So first of all, we have the pain of like being in the earth realm at all. That's traumatic. We have the pain of family and like emotional neglect. We have what else do we have? Sexual trauma, um, male trauma, sister wounds. Yeah, we have the burden of being an empath, a young empath in a world that is the way that it is. So I feel like that says a lot. I am a Scorpio. I knew that someone was going to ask that. I was going to tell y'all. I'm a Scorpio sun, I'm a Scorpio rising, October, and a Taurus moon. And I can tell y'all more about I love astrology. Don't get me started. Please don't get me started because I will go. Take up space, sis. Do you know that song? It goes, take a space, sis. Got my room with this. No. Okay. You invite me. What day? October 29th. All right, go get a snack. Food is fuel. You know what? I'll get a snack eventually. It can be difficult for me to accept my genuine, soft, sensitive nature because of how much that is either taken for granted or abused. It makes me want to hide inside my masculine energy. Ooh. I might make a workshop about that. Guys, you got to stay tuned because I have a lot coming. So, Scorpio rules. Yes! Drop your signs in the chat. Drop your signs. I could have sworn you give Pisces. Everyone says that. Everybody says I give Pisces, Cancer, Gemini. But okay, let me tell you. So I have a lot of 12th house energy. So you might have felt that. I'm a 12th house Jupiter and Mars. But yeah, so I definitely very connected to the depths, but I am a Scorpio. Got some Libra up in there and some Virgo on the Vedic astrology. Don't get me into astrology, guys. Like seriously, I will literally get so excited about it, and I will talk about it for like the next hour. Okay, because the transits right now. Whew, this is way more fun live than I thought it was gonna be. Okay, drop your signs in the chat, guys. Drop them. Virgo, yes, I love a Virgo. Ooh, how are you experiencing Mercury retrograde right now in Virgo and Venus in Virgo? How's that going? I love a Virgo. In Vedic astrology, I'm a Virgo rising, Venus, Mercury, and Mars. And a Libra sun and Aries moon. And yeah, it's a lot. But I go for tropical mostly. Aries, I would not have guessed that. Actually, it does show. My brother's in Aries. Aries are so fun. I love an Aries, especially Aries women. Pisces, I knew that girl. I knew that. I remember your whole chart. Aren't you like a Sag rising and like a Sag moon? I think. Okay. I was Leo sun, Libra rising, Aries moon. Ooh, aren't you feisty? Okay, Miss Girl. Libra rising is so cute. I know you're just like a little social butterfly. Everywhere you go, everybody loves you. That's what it gives. Have I embraced my insecurities? I've come a long way. I will say that. I've come a long way with that. I used to have a lot of like physical insecurities. Especially I grew like went to school with like a lot like all white type of, not all white, but like just predominantly white type of area. And so I think a lot of my insecurities come from me feeling like the like odd one out kind of, or like just the outsider ish. Not outsider, because I think I've always gained like positive energy everywhere I go because that's just what I give. But I used to be so socially anxious. Like y'all wouldn't even understand. Y'all wouldn't even you wouldn't even recognize me. Like, listen. But a lot of my insecurities involve like recently I've been moving through like imposter syndrome. Hi, Valdi. Oh, I love you guys so much. Struggling, you're struggling. I understand. A lot of Virgos are probably struggling right now. I get so much unwanted attention. I want to be introvert so bad, but people's energy towards me always drags me out of the show. I felt that. I have a Leo 10th house. So like the Leo really wants to be like, look at me, I'm successful. I'm bop, 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 bop. And then Scorpio is like, who? I want to stand in the corner and be like sexy from afar. You know what I mean? Okay. What's your music faves right now? This is like a Q&A. This is so fun. What's my music faves right now? Honestly, I listen to a lot of like frequencies. If y'all know what's her name? Diana Lopez. What's that one girl? Chantra Seba? I don't know how you say it. Love her so much. Ooh, a Gemini in the chat. Cute. My mom's a Gemini. Virgo moon. Oh my god, my friend's a Gemini and a Virgo moon. That's crazy. Oh wait, is that Shy? Wait, what? No, that's not Shy. Josh. Wait, is that Shy? Hello? Hello? Okay. My friends are here. My music faves right now. Yeah, Chantra Seba, I don't know. And I just found out this girl, her name's Shay, and she was on a Tiny Desk performance. She was phenomenal. Weirdly, I've been enjoying Billie Eilish. I don't really listen to her like that, but I was enjoying her acoustic rendition. Of course, I love Hiatus Coyote. What? Come on now. Because y'all know I'm a singer. Like, that's kind of like how I started, you know? Virgo Mercury. Cute! I love that. I must depart. I love you and your words. I'm going to send you a picture of a painting I'm working on right now that I can appreciate. Please do. Oh my gosh, I love you. Thank you for chatting with me. Thank you for hanging with me. It was really supposed to be like a whole like meditation situation, and it just didn't give. It just didn't give that. It didn't give that. We're getting distracted. We're not even in the cards. Y'all came up. I started this live and everybody was so quiet. Everybody was so quiet. Now everybody like kiki. It's that Mercury energy. When you have your channel, can I be a moderator? LOL. I have my channel. It's up right now. I'm literally on live on my YouTube. And honestly, please, I probably will need one. Should we get into these cards, guys, or do you want to keep with the Q&A? Like, what is the feel? What is the vibe? Do we want to ground? Do we want to meditate? Do we want to read these cards? Do we want to keep chatting? Because it's like a get to know each other. We just be wanting to chat with you. Listen, because I talk a lot, so I will really talk. Okay, I'm a channeler. Scorpio Mercury, you know, you need to hit me up so I can have you do readings. Listen. So guys, I have a lot preparing for you, especially my feminines, my divine feminines in the building. I have a lot, and I'm about to start offering one-on-one work with people. I'm not really sure about like what the pricing is going to be like, but I'm very excited. I'm going to be wanting to do more workshops, more digital workshops. So please keep an eye out for that. If you want to be a part of those things, go follow me on my Instagram, Steady in Love. That's where all the updates will be happening. So yeah, I'd love to check it out. I will DM you, DM me so I don't forget. But yeah, all right. So Aphotic Zone wants to get into the cards. Does anyone else want to get into the cards, guys? I don't have a website yet. I promise it's coming. I'm going through this course right now that's really preparing my nervous system to be able to create these things for you guys, and working through so much resistance because I'm ready. I'm ready, and I am ready to go. Who do you think you were when we were considered gods and goddesses? I'm very connected to Aset, very connected to Isis. She was the first goddess who ever made herself known to me. I also love Mother Mary. They're the same. But I love the mother. Anything motherly. I'm also connected to Sekhmet, Kalima. Who else? Sekhmet, Kalima. Goodness gracious. I love a Lilith. She's not technically considered a god, but she's still great. And then who else? Oya. I love a Oya. I love a Yemaya. I love a Oshun, obviously. And then wait, there was someone else. We said Kali. We said I love Ma Durga as well. Love her. I love anything mother. Bastet was the one. That was who it was. I couldn't remember. I'll definitely be promoting that once you start and participating, of course. Yes, yes. Umi the singer? Umi's great. But yeah, I'm very connected to Aset. I love the Kemetic goddesses so much. Like so much, so much. I've been into mythology insanely since I was a kid, and I'm very obsessed. I literally have like the Percy Jackson book somewhere. So I'm super into that stuff. But yeah, definitely Assets. The Goddess Oracle deck. You know what? I've been wanting to get. I have a Divine Feminine Oracle deck, and I have a Mother Mary Oracle deck, and I've been wanting to get the Kali Ma and the Isis. Definitely. There's also a crocodile-headed goddess. That's a woman that I feel like I relate to. I just haven't really looked into her yet. But I love anything fierce, anything like destructive. Ra is very Aries energy, so I wouldn't be surprised. And the thing is, we hold all these energies inside of us. So it's like it doesn't even have to be like, oh, Hathor, I forgot Hathor. Oh my gosh. How could I forget Hathor? She's like the Taurus sea, because she's like Sekhmet's kind of like twin. So I love Hathor also. She reached out to me like recently, but or a little bit of a while ago, but super maternal. But Ra, all these energies have been inside of us since the beginning. They're literally who we are. So we don't really have to like think about who we were. It's like, what are we embodying now? Okay, so Butterfly Maiden asks if I will pull from the Divine Feminine deck. I would love to. It's downstairs, so I'll have to go get it, and I can get a snack. Hi, Big Mystery. So, okay, so here's what we're gonna do, guys. It seems like we're getting into the reading, so I'm gonna get a little break right now. And I'm gonna answer that question, Butterfly, when I get back. So if you guys want to go take a break, go get some water. Don't leave. Come, stay here. Stay here. And I will be right back. Okay. All right. All right, beautiful people. I have returned. Cool. Cool. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you're talking against your. Oh, hi, Jordan. Okay, I'm back. So it's time to get into the reading, guys. Let's tap in. To answer your question, Butterfly, how do the goddesses reach out to me? To me, through symbols, signs, symbols. They just kind of, it just happens. Sometimes intuition, meditation, cards is a huge thing. So yeah, I'm here because I feel like a school we never got. Aw, I'm really working towards being a teacher. So I'm really grateful that you guys are holding space for me and allowing me to do that. But yes, please send me the picture of the painting. My little, I don't want to know if I'm actually ADHD, but the brain is like braining. But anyway, so before I get into the Divine Feminine deck, we're gonna get into these two cards because they came out in the beginning. Sorry, Instagram first, and then YouTube. You guys saw them already, so let's go. I'm gonna read them from the book because I just don't feel like spending a lot of time intuiting them. Girl, you are already a teacher. You know, I'm gonna receive that. Hold on one second. I'm gonna breathe that in. Thank you. Okay. You guys make me so happy. All right. I respect the property of others. Actually, we're gonna do the embrace the all first. Where you at? Thank you guys for being patient, being present with me. I really appreciate it. Your time is so valuable. I don't take it for granted. I really don't. We've been on for like almost an hour. Slow it down, love, but a divine tempo. You know how it be? Like, listen, I know sometimes it just wants to come out, you know, but we're here. Okay. Embrace. Where is it? Oh, I found it. It's the last one. It's the last one, guys. It's number 42, so that might be significant for somebody. Okay. Let's get into it. It says, and listen with your heart. Listen with your heart. I'm going to read that in a second. Okay. Cosmic consciousness is a term first coined in 1901 in the book Cosmic Consciousness, A Study in the Evolution of the Human Mind by Richard Maurice Buck. Its central tenet is that cosmic consciousness is a consciousness of the life and order of the universe which is possessed by few men at present. It is a further stage of human evolution which will be reached by all humanity in the future. While at the present moment, the various gradients of the collective consciousness tend to anthropomorphize, and if you don't know what that means, it's kind of just like when you give something that's not real, like alive, like a personality, a human, anyway, tend to anthropomorphize the idea, anthropomorphize, I might have said that wrong, the idea of the all that is as a being. By embracing the ideal of the all, we can find relationship with our true being. I'm going to read that one more time. While at the present moment, the various gradients of the collective consciousness tend to anthropomorphize the idea of the all that is as a being. By embracing the ideal of the all, we can find relationship with our true being. The all of our individual reality is our poetry in motion. The allegory and the metaphor of our story within the history of the universe becoming conscious of itself through its individual components becoming conscious. We were just talking about this, guys. Becoming cosmically aware, we illuminate our darkness with the sparks of light that experience provides us as we emerge from the caverns of ignorance into a space of crystalline clarity. To know the all, we must see the all as a type of awareness, a nebula amid nebulousness, the key which opens all doors of perception and potential. Embracing this ideal, we find a relationship with the power of doing as well as being. We allow the stellar force of life to give us gravity in the moments that ground us, but also elevate us through levity, reflection, and creativity in the moments that knock us off our feet. The invisible patterns that govern intelligent design reveal their geometry in nature, the cosmos, and the varying degrees of consciousness you ascend toward as you learn and find your vision by experiencing the all. Man is a star bound to a body. Until the end, he is freed through his strife. Only by struggle and toiling thy utmost shall the star within thee bloom out into new life. This is from the Emerald Tablets. He who knows the commencement of all things, free is his star from the realm of night. Once you begin to see this pattern, the idea of embracing this ideal becomes manifest in awareness of the concept that creation created you to be creative. All is within, but also without. And if you look to beyond the surface, you can appreciate this pattern with your every breath. You are the cosmos made conscious, and this moment is but one chapter in a story that never ends. Guys, that's exactly what we were talking about at the beginning of the life. Was it not? That was very deep. This deck is very deep. It's like comedic and just all that stuff. But I feel like this is about humbling yourself to the fact that you guys are sweet. Let me tap in. So remember when I was talking about you are the creative leader of your life? This is confirmation. Created to be a creator, right? And once you become aware of what you're able to be drawing from, once you become aware, like I said in the beginning, that this is a reality in which there are no limits. So with that being said, what are you creating with the limits removed? That's your God self. Okay? I respect the property of others. I'm going to read the comments real quick. Esoteric cheat codes. Okay, girl, you delve into the damn y'all commenting. Found your page this year and honestly resonate so much with your energy. One of my favorite creators on here. Oh, thank you for sharing your gift of love and light, of course. Girl, you delve into things that I've always felt connected to, but was scared to explore. That's that Scorpio energy. I'm not scared. The energy is pushing me to learn and not be so fearful of how it will be perceived afterwards. We can work on that if you want to be a client. We can talk about that more. Cosmic consciousness is so heavy and can be a topic on its own. Facts. Esoteric Chico. I love a tarot card. I love, 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 love. This is making me think of a metaphor for spirit that I've been sitting with a lot. Goddess, you in the future and the past. LMO, I see your reflection. You get it. You get it. You are the cosmos made conscious. Whatever that deck is, I want it. It's the light living with a feather heart. Here, you can screenshot it. Cool. Got it. Jade asks if she can join really quick to explain a concept that pairs with this. Of course you can. I don't know how that works. You have to send a request, right? Wait, no, I think I can do it. I'm like an old lady. Okay, how do I? Here, you just request. Put yourself in. Put yourself in. Okay, poor. I don't know what that word. I was trying to say purr and period. It just didn't come out. All right, Jade, for our YouTube friends, my friend Jade is gonna share if it decides to connect. Are we connected? Are we good? Are we here? Hello? Hi, Jade!
So this kind of concept I've been sitting with a lot lately. It was within like kind of like a TV show.
Okay.
Watching, and it was called Three Body Problem. So I would recommend actually.
I think I've seen that.
It's a very good show. But the concept that they had was called a sophon. And it was basically the concept of a proton holding all of the data of an entire planet and being able to shrink to the size of a proton and expand to the size of an entire planet. And so I watched that, and then my life stuff started happening. And so sitting with all of that, it just kind of was like, hold on. This is what spirit is. Like, this is, we are we hold just as much data, like, for our entire universe. And
beyond that.
Exactly. And beyond that. And we condense down into this form.
Yep.
And then when the transition happens, we are expansive right back into what we were once before. So kind of seeing the spirit as like a sophon in the sense of that expansion and contraction of knowledge.
Yes.
And yeah, just holding all that data, and like, we can be whatever size, really, we can be really like the size of it. Literally, we are atoms. So it's just like, down to the smallest cell that is us, and we expand to the size of a human, to the size of an entire universe and larger. So I think like that whole kind of concept is, for one, beautiful.
Yeah.
For two, you can also relate it to water in a sense of how that goes from a freeze state, liquid to gas, all that, and it kind of comes back in a circle. It's a whole
spiral
cycle. It's the whole cycle. Just that it keeps going.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that.
Of course.
I feel like it's because you can expand your consciousness as much as possible to go beyond the condensed form and the condensed vessel, and you can choose what you're pulling from. And that's what it says, embrace. You embrace the all, meaning like embrace doesn't just mean like you accept. Exactly. Embrace also means you welcome it. You welcome it in, and that requires, like we were talking about earlier, requires a lot of rest and a lot of patience and a lot of practice. Right. But yeah, thank you for sharing that, Jane.
Of course, yeah.
That was awesome.
This aligns with what we're talking about.
Yeah.
How it's all one, it's just in different forms. Made me think of a poem I made, and won't read the whole thing, but a line within the poem I said was in the context of water, saying a change in your state of matter doesn't mean you're not alive.
Oh!
Because a change in the state of matter of water doesn't make it not water. It's still water.
A change. Say that one more time. A change in
your state of matter doesn't mean you're not alive.
Well, it means you that is living, because that's
Like,
alchemy. And
yeah.
life is, you guys should listen to the song Everything Must Change by Nina Simone. Just letting you know. But for the people on YouTube, what was the thing you were talking about? The movie or the show?
The show was Three Body Problem.
Three Body Problem. Okay, that's what Jay was talking about.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a movie or a show. I don't remember exactly, but it was good.
It was good.
That concept, and I was like, oh, I like this.
It resonated. It activated something.
I like that, because it was like, it stuck with me, and then like things happen, and I'm like, and this is how like I know like universe is talking to me, because I'm like, it came right back to me, and I was like, I sat with that for a moment. I was like, hold on, something's clicking.
It's brewing.
I was like, something's starting to click. Puzzle pieces going together. And I was like, I actually really like this, and it helps me kind of sit with it a lot more better. Actually, you know, sit with the process of all of it a lot better, because it's like I can't just sit in the terror of it all and like the horror and like, yeah, but it's also like enjoy the beauty of it at the same time.
I mean, the terror in and of itself is also beautiful, you know, because it's proof of the transformation. Like it's proof of the alchemy. Like there's always going to be, like, we've been conditioned to think that like suffering in and of itself, it literally said right there. Here, listen, I'm gonna read that one more time.
Yes, please.
And then I'm gonna answer this question on my YouTube. But it says, man is a star bound to a body. I'm gonna say this really slowly, okay?
Please do. I'm feeling.
Man is a star bound to a body until the end. He is freed through his strife. Only by struggle and toiling thy utmost shall the star within thee bloom out into new life. He who knows the commencement of all things, free is his star from the realm of night. And that's that. Okay?
That's a word.
And with that, we're going to get into the second card, and then we're going to move into the Divine Feminine. But yeah, thank you, Jade, for your contribution, my friend.
It just helps further just like we are.
Yes, you know? yes, indeed. So before I do that, I'm going to answer this question. So it says, I think spiritual evolution for me has been a journey backwards. We are conditioned to fit into the world all through childhood, and we fall away from our utmost true self. I'm not sure about this. What I want to ask is whether going backwards is legit. Because of me, going backwards led to my awakening, but I usually doubt myself. Either it's true or I have deluded myself one bit. No. You have to go backwards. Like, not to stay there, but to retrieve. That feels to me like a soul retrieval. That feels to me like that's what retrograde is about. Where you have to be willing to do that reflective work. That's how we keep the wisdom of our ancestry alive. That's how we elevate our ancestors. That's how we heal our inner child. That's how we mend after trauma in the past. Because the past is not really behind you. That's just how we see it in the physical world. It's not actually like a backwards. You're not really going backwards. The past is still in you. You're just taking your attention off of the physical world that you're seeing right now and going inward. And inward, there's really no concept of time. It's all just floating around. The back of my head is tingling. It's all just floating around back there in that subconscious state, you know? So for you to be able to go back there, of course it would lead to your awakening, because now you're putting a different perception on the same thing that, you know, otherwise would have just remained suppressed. It would have just remained there, you know? So it's definitely part of the process to be able to go back and to be able to, I mean, a big part of the thing that the work that I do with people one-on-one, which I haven't yet made like a professional thing, but I definitely do it, is we go into the stories that have been playing out, that those stories come from the past. Those stories come from, you know, back then, quote unquote. And to rewrite them, you have to first read them. It's like if you have a book of your life, right? And then there's some stories in the first few chapters that are not applicable anymore, or not authentic anymore, or not like helpful for you anymore, you have to go to that book and read, okay, so what did I write? What did I say? Oh no. And then you go into that journal, you go into that book that you have, and then you write something different. And that's how you change the story, and that's how you rewrite the story. And that's a big part of the work that I do and the work that I will be doing moving forward. So like I said, stay tuned. If you want some one-on-one work, if you want to be partaking in some workshops, then go follow me on Instagram, Steady in Love. But we're going to get into these cards.
Of the book tremendously. Because you know how a book has to make sense.
True.
From beginning to end.
True.
And honestly, I think the universe sets it up, so then it will in the end.
Yeah, it always does. It always does. All right, so card number 4, we have I respect the property of others. The word property has multifaceted layers of interpretation. It can define a quality or trait belonging to another person, an effect that an object has on another object, or something that is owned or possessed, or a virtue. In viewing the notion of respecting the property of others as an ideal to embody, looking at the layers of the word can assist you in getting to the root of its spiritual context. The properties we possess, spiritually, mentally, physically, or emotionally, and the properties we own are two sides of one coin. As the inner spirit reflects to the outer world, what manifests and what we surround ourselves with in the sensory space are a direct reflection of the invisible intrinsic force within us. I was literally just talking about this. By the same token, we can also reap what we sow. So every action, inaction, good deed, or use of poor judgment will find us in time. In embodying the ideal of respect, we are reminded of the first ideal to honor virtue, in particular its pillar of prudence. By maintaining a balanced heart and mature mind, we are called to respect the property of others because there is no other. And as we respect the inner-outer effects of one another, this good karma reflects right back to us. By practicing good judgment and exercising reason, we are reminded to see the properties of each individual from both a metaphorical and literal perspective as a resonant song within our life's symphony. An other is anything other than other. There is no separation, save for the illusion of the material world. A respectful person is a virtuoso of virtue. As you are confident in divine providence, and by being a trustworthy friend to all, you live in alignment with honesty in all of your decisions. So this literally confirms what I was talking about earlier, that when you go out in the world and you're seeing a way of being that you don't resonate with, you can see that as an aspect of yourself, and you can decide whether or not. And also, just letting you know, Jade, I'm putting you on my computer, so if you talk, it's gonna like blow up my speaker. So just letting you know. Okay. So when you go out in the world and you see an aspect of yourself, like that story, you see that part, that part of your story that you don't want to write anymore, you get to decide. You can still respect it by honoring, like, okay, that's a part of me, and that's a part of the all that exists, like war and suffering, that's a part of the all. But you also understand that you don't have to take that on. Like, you don't have to take that on as your own. You get to decide what you want to reflect, what reflection you choose. So is Butterfly Maiden still in the chat? Because I'm doing this for you, the Divine Femme. Thanks for the confirmation. You put it out so perfectly. Blessed and enjoying listening to you. Thank you so much, Brian. Thank you for joining. I think I'm about to wrap this up. But I guess I'll just pull one Divine Femme just to fulfill her, fulfill the femme. We were talking about her. So any femmes that want to come through, any divine feminine energies. Okay, boom. That was quick. Guys, this is funny. We have Margaret Porret, the mystic of divine love. I am nothing except, love is divine and I am nothing except love. All right, let's read this and we're going to close it out. All right, Margaret Porret. I think we're going to close out with a little meditation too, if we're down for that. Let me put a what emoji? Put a star emoji in the chat if you are down for a meditation to close this out. It'll probably be quick, like honestly, like 2 minutes. But okay, let's get into this. The mystic of divine love. Love is divine, and I am nothing except love. Margaret Perret is the essence of divine love and the truth that all we are is love. Margaret was a French Beguine born in the mid 13th century. I don't know what that even means. The Beguine movement was a spiritual revival among women in the late Middle Ages that emphasized an imitation of Christ's life. These holy women lived together in semi-monastic communities. They were not nuns. They didn't take formal vows and could leave at any point, but they lived with shared spiritual intention. Margaret wrote a spiritual masterpiece titled The Mirror of Simple Souls. It reveals the spiritual process she went through to be transformed by divine love. This sounds like me. I am God, says love, for love is God and God is love. And this soul is God by the condition of love. By 1306, the Bishop of Cambrai, forgive me, deemed her work heretical and condemned it to be burned in Perret's presence. Even so, it continued to circulate widely throughout the Middle Ages. See, this is also a metaphor for the fact that no matter what happens to our work that we do in the world, it will live on. It will live on in its intention and its impact. Anyways, continuing on. Her work was embraced as an almost canonical piece of theology. Perret was ordered to stop circulating her book and to recant her ideas of God as love, but she refused. That's so funny because, okay, anyway. Margaret was arrested as a relapsed heretic and a free spirit, which included the belief that humans could achieve union with the divine. The Catholic Church conducted an unprecedented trial to decide her fate. Like Joan of Arc, much of her life is recorded because of the transcripts of her lengthy trial. She maintained her truth that the soul has no other will but God's, and that when the soul is united with God's love, this state of union causes the soul to transcend the contradictions of this world. Come on, guys. It's all clicking. It's all clicking. Okay. Where was I? She suggested that we can be transformed by divine love into love itself, which isn't separate from God, and that ultimately no outside source is needed in this transformation. It's between the soul and God alone. Margaret was burned at the stake in 1310. The Mirror of Simple Souls continued to gain in popularity, but was distributed as an anonymous text until 1946, when Romana Garnieri identified Latin manuscripts of the Mirror in the Vatican. Margaret's name returned to the text when it was published for the first time in 1965. When your soul selects her card. There's nothing more powerful than remembering that we are love, and there's nothing and no one outside of us that is needed in order to realize this. It's between our experience of the divine and our own soul. We can let go of what we think we need to prove or who we think we need to be in order to receive love because we remember that we are love. Then we can stand in that truth, even through flames. Margaret is a courageous truth teller, and the truth of her experience is that love alone can free us, not the love another might give us, not the love of family or of friends. All of this is powerful and significant. But the true source of love for us is in the fact that we are a soul and that the soul is in union with the divine. She reminds us when we've forgotten that love is the essence of who we are and that true love is found within. Margaret says, love has no beginning, no end, and no limit, and I am nothing except love. This is the time to own and to know this truth more fully. It is the most profound and radical act we can ever take, knowing the love we already are. Soul voice meditation. How can I feel the love that I am more deeply? Guys, that was beautiful. By moving in that. So that's what we're going to end today's session on. I'm going to give space for Jade to contribute whatever you wanted to say.
Oh, yes. I was just going to say, idea.
Okay.
If you are open to this. I've been doing it for a while, like abstract paintings and stuff like that. And so I'm thinking, like, with these readings and stuff, I could be doing a painting kind of to like align with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm definitely trying to like get myself to paint more on top of that. It's like, I need to do it. So I'm like, if we want, we can do some work and stuff like that and create some pieces like while you're doing some stuff, and then I can show it when I'm done.
Sounds like a vibe to me. That would be amazing, and I'm definitely down for that.
Yeah, because I was thinking of that. I was like, I don't know why. Like, I'm feeling this vibe so much. Just like you doing the readings and like kind of like painting with the energy. I'm like, I'm feeling this.
Yes, I love that. I love that. Well, I'm very much down. Oh, okay. I'm gonna leave the meditation now. So if everyone wants to find a comfortable place, a comfortable position, seated, you can do this with your eyes open, you can lay down, you can get up and move around. It really does not matter. This is your time, this is your life, your moment, okay? But we're gonna do, to end this out, we're gonna connect with the love that we are, okay? If you can, let me know when you're ready. Type ready in the chat. Jade, I'm pretty sure you're the only one in the chat, so you don't have to tighten up. But everyone on YouTube, let me know if you're ready, and we'll get started. It will be real quick, real cute, real simple.
I had to set the paintbrush down real quick.
Right. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and start. And honestly, if you guys want to receive this, you want to receive the energy, the transmission, just hold that openness in your mind. But for those who are ready to meditate, just go ahead and place your hand, one hand or two, on your heart. Close your eyes and just slow down. I want you to see if you can sense the love within you. Not forcing, just allowing yourself to experience yourself as love. Breathing into your heart, seeing if you can get a little bit deeper into presence with every inhale and exhale. And now I want you to feel the love that is around you, the love that the divine, the all, that God, source, mother, father, whatever you align with, has for you. The love that your family, your friends, your pets have for you. The love that is connected to you. Even if you don't know where it's coming from, I just want you to see if you can get a sense of it. Feel it around you, within you, wherever you feel it, however you feel it. See if you can become a little bit more open to receiving even more. Opening that space up with every inhale. And from this space, you can repeat after me in your heart, in your mind, out loud, whatever suits you. I want you to ask yourself, how can I experience the love that I am more deeply? How can I experience the love that I am more deeply? And then with your eyes still closed, repeat after me. Love is divine. And I am nothing except love. Breathe into that. Love is divine and you are nothing except love. Whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. Thank you so much for being here. I honor you. I bow to you in gratitude. Thank you for your contribution, your energy, your thoughts, your ideas, your words of affirmation. I'm wishing you so much love. You can follow me on Instagram at Steady in Love. Oh my gosh, Jade, that's beautiful. Oh my gosh, you have to show the people. This is what Jade painted. Excuse me, I paused it, but this is what Jade painted. You can't fully see it, but look at how beautiful that is. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I'm proud of you all. I'm so proud of you. I'm so grateful. Follow me on YouTube, Study in Love. I'll be doing more of these lives. Hopefully we can make them a consistent thing, you know. But yeah, follow me on Instagram, Study in Love as well. Stay tuned for these offerings, for these one-on-one offerings, for these workshops that are coming up. I'm so proud of you. I'm so, so proud of you for your journey and your commitment to your journey. And may you all move in love. Remember that you are loved and be kind to yourselves. Okay. Talk to you later. Bye.
Thank you so much. And the painting is a work in progress.
So are we, okay?
Yeah, all the time.
All right. Love you guys.
Love you. You have a good one.